Hello, podcast fans. Adam Carolla here. I'm leading the fight against patent trolls who are threatening this medium. It's not about me. It's about the podcast you're listening to right now. If I go down, this show could be next. So visit fundanything.com/patent troll for more information on how you can keep podcasting alive. Thank you and mahalo.
You are now listening to the J Porks Experience. Listen free on iTunes or at theandydareshow.com. Now, here's Jay!
Yo, what is the word, people? Welcome to another action-packed edition of the J Porks Experience. I'm Jay Porks. With me, as always, on the other side of the glass, making sure this is a well-oiled podcast machine. Every week is nobody. Gonna get to a few things. The week was kind to us and gave us music news. First, I'll give you the list of websites you need to go to help keep me in business. First of all, there's concertconfessions.com. That's where you will get all your live music, news and reviews for fans, by fans. Topping the scroll this week, a little known band by the name of Foxy Shazam. Little show review written by a little old guy named Jay motherfucking Titty Sucking Porks. We'll get into that in the second half. It was fun times had by all. And when you're at concertconfessions.com, and you do remember to click the Amazon ads because you're gonna buy stuff anyway, like wooden grinders and Troy and Abed in the morning t-shirts and stuff like that. Whatever I'm shopping for on Amazon. So click it. You gotta buy stuff anyway. Buy it here. Don't leave your house. Why not? We also got ChristinaRocks.com, Hang the DJ, 89xradio.com. Every Sunday, it's the Time Warp. It's Throwback Alternative. Throwback like it's Thursday, only it's Sunday. And it's every Sunday. You can catch Christina. She also has a website, Hang the DJ, also known as ChristinaRocks.com with no H. So hit her up. Hit her up on Twitter at Christina Rocks. Say hi. Tell her I'm her friend. Tell her I'm your friend. And then we can be friends. TheAndyDeerShow.com is where you'll get all your Deer Network podcast needs. Now, whether that's, a little old show by the name of the J Porks Experience, whether that's the Tyler Cale Show coming to you rocking from the best coast to the west coast, whether that's the flagship show, the Andy Deer Show, whatever it may be, you go get that at theandydeershow.com. Just don't forget the. And while you're there, you can, don't feel so bad. Don't think, hey, let me stay away from the Amazon ads. No. You click them. You click them and you like them. And of course, as usual, the headlines are powered by Annie Quiet. Breaking. Welcome to Tuesday. I like Tuesdays. I get to wake up and I get to see news. Breaking a few minutes ago, you could stream the latest single from Mastodon called Chimes at Midnight. Fans of the band who still wish everything sounded like March of the Fire Ants will no doubt hate this. The cover art is really cool. Spoon's mysterious R.I.P. is coming June 10th. So Spoon's gonna name their album R.I.P. Who knows? Maybe it's their last album. New research suggests a nation's wealth is proportional to its love of heavy metal. I tried to read this. Now, the idea was I was going to read this to you on the air, but I don't understand a second of it. So I will link you up to that shit, and you can read it, and maybe somebody could explain it to me, because it's a little too sciencey for me. Somebody get Bill Nye to explain this to me. It's gonna be, and the musical guest this week. Also, Ume is gonna have an Annie Quiet session going up in the next coming couple of days, maybe even today. So I will link you up to that in the notes. And the notes that'll probably come on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning for that one. In the world of TV, your late night guest this week on Wednesday you got the Afghan Wigs on Letterman, Thursday Lana Del Rey, Friday Ray Lamontage. The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon tonight, Tuesday, Soundgarden, because they're in New York. They just played Webster Hall, played Super Unknown at a show that cost $19.94 to get into, but tickets were sold out in like 15 seconds. Damon Albarn is going to hit the Tonight Show on Thursday. Demi Lovato's on, Seth Meyers on Wednesday. And yeah, and Bob Mold's on, Bob Mold is on Conan Wednesday. Hell yeah, Bob Mold. Heck yeah. Last night Soundgarden played Super Unknown in its entirety at Webster Hall in New York City. Tickets were $19.94. We spoke about this. I told you that I went to get the tickets and I failed at getting the tickets. But so before the show, I got my eyes peeled on Twitter because it's gonna be streamed, right? I mean, it's 2014. If a show sells out really quick and it's in high demand, they'll just stream it. Nah. But you know what they did do? Soundgarden did have a live blog going at their Tumblr. So if you needed to get back into 2008, they were live blogging it for you. At least they tried. Because, I need the live blog because I'm not sure what songs they're going to play when they're playing Super Unknown. What? Live blog. So yeah, I'm sure they're gonna stream. It was actually streaming. You know what we were streaming? On Howard Stern's Sirius channel. The 6 people that have Sirius, that whatever car they bought forced them to get it. So yeah, I didn't have Sirius XM radio, and I have no interest in listening to audio of a concert. We'll see some fucking video. I don't get it. The show sells out in 5 minutes. Whatever. I'm not going to turn this into this is not going to be the podcast about the guy who couldn't get tickets. It's not going to be. The biggest news this week, as it always is Jack White. Because this fuck is just everywhere. His album, I don't even know the fucking name of the album. I know the name of it, I just can't pronounce it. It's like a cough syrup. Lazaretto, there it is. Yeah, it's like a throat lozenge. Anyway, Lazaretto. Actually, at Antiquiet, you can check out photos, words from Jack White kicks off the tour in Tulsa. And you can check that out. But also, Jack White's got some things to say about the Black Keys. Quote, there are kids at school who dress like everybody else, because they don't know what to do. And there are musicians like that too. I'll hear TV commercials where the music's ripping off sounds of mine, to the point where I think it's me. Half the time, it's the Black Keys. The other half, it's a sound-alike song because they couldn't license one of mine. There's that whole world that's totally fine with the watered-down version of the original. Shots fired. Jack, how do we know that you're not the watered-down version of the Black Keys? How many bands are you in? I mean, White Stripes, Dead Weather, Jack White's solo. I mean, come on. I always get some. Just keep your mouth shut. If you don't, I was always told when I was a child, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. But he continues. Some people will hear that. He continues and say, oh, Jack White thinks he's the first person to play the blues. Pause. Jack White, nobody thinks you're playing the blues. You are playing rock and roll with an electric guitar. I don't know who thinks you're playing the blues. I don't know if you think you're playing the blues. You're not. You're playing mainstream rock and roll. The regular middle of the road rock and roll. But certain acts open up a market for a certain style. Continuing. Amy Winehouse, did she invent white soul wearing a beehive? No, but she did something brand new and fresh all together as a package. And, as you see who's in her wake, from the Duffys to the Lana Del Reys, he says, Adele selling 20 million records? That would not have happened if Amy Winehouse was alive. The White Stripes did the same thing, and in our absence, you're going to find someone that would fill that. And you get a band like the Black Keys, who say they've never heard of the White Stripes? Sure. More shots fired. Let's address this. As much as I'm a huge Amy Winehouse supporter and a huge Adele hater, what he's saying is actually not accurate. Adele would sell 20 million records if Amy Winehouse was alive, because Adele makes that music acceptable for old white people to listen to, because Adele doesn't do drugs. See, you can't listen to Amy Winehouse without having to explain that, oh, don't worry, I know she smokes crack and everything, but it's good music. And you know what? I remember when Adele came out, I said, this bitch sounds like Amy Winehouse. And everyone's like, no, what are you talking about? You're an idiot. You're so stupid. You're not in touch. You just like Amy Winehouse because she's Jewish. No. I don't just like Amy Winehouse because she's Jewish. I just like Amy Winehouse because she's a substance abuser. Let's get it straight. Religion is not a thing for me, but substance abuse is. She likes to get high. I like to get high. I like her. Oh, she's got a song called Rehab? I was in rehab. Cool. And for Jack White to say sure to the Black Keys never hearing of the White Stripes. So you're trying to say that your band is so awesome that everybody had to hear? Is that like a little pretentious? Patrick Carney told the Tennessean, I've learned over the last year, especially the last couple of months, sometimes it's best to shut the fuck up and let someone else dig the hole for once. That's my stance on life right now. I'm chillin'. My mouth can get me in so much trouble, I know it. Pat Carney, I'm chillin'. Damn right he's chillin'. Turn Blue is out. Fucking touring. With Cage the Elephants. St. Vincent. Black Keys added some new dates. I'll link you up to them. He's chillin'. So am I, Pat. So am I. I fucking love that. So, of course, with all hateful rants comes an apology. And Jack White apologized later on. But, come on. Come on. I don't even think the Black Keys are in that many commercials. How many commercials does... First of all, Jack White, I know you like to go to the past and record in weird 50s type studio booth things, but at the same time, you watch commercials? You don't have DVR? It's 2014, bro. It costs $8 a month for DVR. I mean, even if you watch TV, Jack White seems like the kind of person you start asking about a TV show, and he would start saying how he's an anarchist who doesn't watch TV. Oh, Jack White thinks he's the first person to play the blues. No, I don't think he's the first person to play the blues. I don't think he's a person who's playing the blues. He ain't playing the blues. Here's the thing about Jack White. And listen, I like his music. When he puts out a song that's good, I enjoy it. But I'm not gonna get on my knees and let this guy use my face as a cum dumpster. I'm not gonna do that. Like the rest of the fucking world, they bowed. Like everybody wants to serve as Jack White's red carpet for him to walk over. I don't really care. I don't really care. Why are you watching commercials? And doesn't he fight with everybody? First of all, the White Stripes. Was something going wrong with the White Stripes? That he had to leave? Because I'm Team Meg White right now. That's words of me. I'm Team Meg White. Fudge. Out of here with that. I mean, come on already. Again, and the Black Keys added new dates, and I will get them up for you momentarily. Not momentarily. I will get them up for you on the notes. And you know what? I'm gonna break real quick so I can come back and talk about Foxy Shazam. Back after this.
Hey everybody, it's Andy from the Andy Dare Show here. Just want to say that I am super proud to have the J Porks Experience be part of Dare Network. And if you want to keep my little podcast network completely free, all you got to do is go to theandydareshow.com, look on the right-hand side of the page, and you'll click on the Amazon banners for all your Amazon needs, and you'll tip your cap to the J Porks Experience and all the fine broadcasting here on Dare Network. Also, be sure to follow Jay on Twitter at JPorks, Instagram at JPorks, and jporks.blogspot.com. Thank you so much for listening, and back to the J Porks Experience.
And we're back. And before I get into a little Foxy action, I'm gonna take this 20 seconds right here, and I'm gonna tell you guys how thrilled I am that the New York Rangers are going to the Stanley Cup Final to face the LA Kings. So I'm going to enjoy it before the series starts, because once the series starts, I know LA is going to be on my Twitter timeline like a bad case of herpes. They're going to be all over me, destroying me, when I never even said that the Rangers have a chance at winning this series. Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. The Rangers have the best goalie in the league, but I am in no way, shape, or form thinking that they're going to win this series. I don't do that because I don't want to get depressed. And if you've listened to this podcast the last, 2 months, you've heard me get ready for the Rangers to lose to the Flyers, and get ready for the Rangers to lose to the Penguins, and get ready for the Rangers to lose to the Canadiens. Seriously, this time, the Kings are going to smoke them, because Marian Gaborik scores goals now. I know the Rangers had him, and he didn't score 12 goals in 2 years. So, but now he's got 12 goals in the playoffs. The King, I watched a little bit of Game 7 between Blackhawks Kings. Those guys are flying up and down the The Rangers got no chance. The Rangers have no chance against these guys. Not a chance in the world. Not a chance. But if anyone's going to one of these games at the Garden, I'm down. Hit me up. Let me know. Okay. Friday night, I headed into the city. Well, Friday afternoon. I headed into the city to see Foxy Shazam. Sold out Bowery Ballroom. Last week, you heard me mention. I sent their publicity guy an email, and I said, listen, I'm Jay Porks. This is what I do. Could I please get in? I'll pay you for the ticket. I don't care. Like, I don't need a photo pass. I just need to get into the building. He said, so 1 ticket, 1 photo pass is okay? I said, yeah, sure. That sounds good. I didn't even need the photo pass, but okay. So I got there, and they opened the doors. And I get downstairs, and I'm talking to the girl at the front. And she's looking for the list. She doesn't have the press list yet, so I'm I'm like, all right, I'll just sit right there. And then this bouncer's like, no, you'll sit there. And I'm looking at this guy like, dude, you're a fucking asshole. You don't have to threaten me like, you'll sit right there. Where am I going? You think like I'm trying to get into the show? You think I want to disrupt things? I know I'm good. Don't worry about it. And in my mind, I'm like, am I good? In my mind, I'm like, honestly, I'm planning my night. Because there's no way that only on the strength of my email am I actually going to get into a show for free claiming press. No way. So about 7:45, she looks over me, says, "You good?" Really? I'm good? What kind of inmates running the asylum shit is this? But, I was so happy that I was good. And as soon as the doors opened, because first they open the doors and they let you in the bar, but they don't. Then there's other doors that open. So we were hanging out in the bar for an hour, and then at 8 o'clock they opened the doors, the real doors, and we ran in there. I saw there's this photographer girl I see at every Foxy Shazam show. The first time I met her was Foxy Shazam with the Darkness, February, I want to say 2012. And I believe her mom had to bring her because she was young at the time. It might have been a 21 plus show or an 18 plus show. She might have been 17 at the time. I don't know. I don't really know. I was talking to the girl's mom. And since then, when last time I saw them at Bowery Ballroom, I said, "Hey, I know you." Had no idea who I was. Then, when I was online at Hammerstein Ballroom waiting for them to open for Slash, I said, "Hey, I know you." No idea who I was. So this time I didn't say anything. I just let her do her thing. So she was there again. And so I made my way upstairs to my normal Bowery Ballroom spot. Gotta get upstairs. This is the same place where I taped lots of Foxy Shazam video last time I saw them at the Bowery Ballroom. And the idea was simple. The idea was I am taping every song every second of this show. That's it. That's the plan. And I did. Every single track I have up on my YouTube page right now, right this second. And you should, I'm going to link you up to this. All my videos, all my pictures are epic. Everything about this show was epic. We got chants of "We Want the Cup." We got chants of "Foxy, Foxy, Foxy." Oh man. They came out, and I'm not going through the whole thing. Here's the thing. I don't write it so I can read it to you. I write it so you can read it. Here's another thing. I get to when I get to places and people know that I went to a show the night before and you ask me how the show was, I want to punch you in the grill. I was up till 6:30 writing about it. Don't ask me about it. Do not ask me how the show was. That is retarded. That is the ultimate small yellow school bus shit. "Hey Jay, you write for a website, contentconfessions.com. Oh, that's cool. Why don't you tell me about it in person?" Go read. I didn't even... it's me. You think I wrote a book? It's fucking like 2 paragraphs. And I miss my buddy Mellow Rocker. Mellow Rocker writes for contentconfessions.com. And I missed him at this show. He commented on one of my YouTube videos. "Jay, I was there." I was like, fuck. Yeah, there's Mellow Rocker commenting on the post right now. I was there too. Awesome show with the Foxies. Got to meet Alex and Lauren, and got them to sign my ticket. Damn. So Mellow Rocker's a Content Confessions veteran. And he goes way back. We've missed each other at a couple of shows. I want to say PJ Harvey at Terminal 5. I want to say at least one Dinosaur Jr. show. We've missed each other a bunch of times. And that upsets me. So Foxy Shazam came out in what I'm going to call regular clothes. Like Eric had a blue sweater on. All I was saying was they look too plain. What's up with that? And then they played the entire new album, Gonzo, in its entirety. Gonzo, recorded by Steve Albini. The band recorded it all in the same room. They played simultaneously. So the best place to hear that, the best way to hear this album is live, because I liked it a lot better at the Bowery Ballroom than I did on my iPhone. I don't know. It plays better to a big room, and I think that's the thing about all music with Foxy Shazam. They play better. They play better to a big room. They play better to a room. Period. You need the lot. It needs to be live is the best way to see it. So after they played Gonzo in its entirety, Eric goes, "We're gonna change. We'll be right back." Like, I knew it. I fucking knew something was up. I knew that's not how they dress. So then they came out, shirtless, and, well, Alex and the keyboard player, Sky, had their shirts off. And Eric had one of those cool funky jackets on with the different color sleeves. And then they played, a greatest hits portion of the set. That included, Holy Touch, Yes, 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 Only Way to My Heart, Unstoppable, I Like It, shit like that, Well, the gyrations on stage were insane. I spent the night trying to follow Eric with my camera, and I feel I did a pretty good job, because I'm getting hit up like crazy. People telling me I'm loving these videos. Awesome. Let's go to Twitter right now. I'll go to my mentions. We're going to shout out everybody who fucking mentioned me. We got Newsies at Newsies What's New on Twitter. Told me that you captured the show so perfectly. What kind of camera do you have? Mine stinks. When people ask me what kind of camera I have, that makes me happy. So I rocked him out. I was like, it's a Panasonic DMC ZX8. We've got Joe Shutak, who I was at the Foxy show with last time. He favored my tweet, and Spen at Spencer Edward, he retweeted me, so shout outs. And at Paul Catcher, that's Paul Katcher, he retweeted. He's like, playlist of 17 YouTube clips from Foxy Shazam's incredible set at Bowery Ballroom last night by Jay Porks. Slurry Baron, Mr. fucking Sparkly, he retweeted me. Storm Evans, let's see what the @ is. At the Storm Evans, I tweeted something. Eric should say something like, "Apple can buy beats, but they can't buy soul" at the end of the next Foxy gig. #wisdom favored. Christina Rocks retweeted me. Of course, Andy Deere retweeted me because he's my ninja. Den Z favored my tweet. At Den Z. Alright, so I like. The point is that when you people ask me things on Twitter, I get happy. Down with Webster. Oh, that's it. See, I thought I saw something trending, and I went with it, and I shouldn't have went with it. Anyway, Foxy Shazam is at the Canal Club in Richmond, Virginia tonight. Don't miss out. And they liked my photo on Instagram, so that's cool. So Foxy basically played 2 sets, but they didn't have to tell you that they were playing 2 sets. They weren't pretentious enough to do that. And you know, everything went smooth then. I got in, I got my seat. When I left, I got in a cab, knowing that there was no midnight ferry, but I just happened to show up at the ferry at like 11:52. Smoked a cigarette, walked up the steps. There is a midnight ferry, and I'm just walking on the. I was home at like, I want to say 1:20, 1:30. And by 6:30, all my videos were up besides one. It was a rare moment where Verizon Fios didn't bend me over and fuck me in the butt. Rare. It was rare times. And my cigarette didn't make it to the stage. I used to throw like a guy. I don't know what happened. So you guys go to my Foxy review and, you know, read the entire, you know, what is it, 200 fucking words or something? Read it, tweet it, share it on Facebook. Like, I love how people see me post things on Facebook and don't share it. Isn't this the whole point of us being an internet team? Like, if I have 200 friends on Facebook and I want the whole world to see something I read, wouldn't, like, at least one of my friends share the shit I wrote? Jesus. So, yeah, so Eric ate cigarettes at the end of Unstoppable. Unstoppable ended the show, and then he said, "We're all pregnant," drops the mic, walks off. And then they were playing Nas, "The World Is Yours," as the music, as the house music as I was walking out. And I don't know why, it was just so perfect. The world is mine, motherfucker. Oh, man. Alright. Well, let's get to the list of websites you need to go to help keep me in business before I get the fudge up out of this Sunday. First of all, I need you to go to theandydeershow.com for all your Deer Network podcast needs. Hit the Amazon ads, go shop around, buy some stuff. I need to go to ChristinaRocks.com, hang the DJ, 89xradio.com, every Sunday, 8 to 12, old school alternative, throwing it back like it's Thursday, only on Sunday. I need to go to AnnieQuiet.com, that's your source for quality. Quality. And, the headlines were powered by Annie Quiet. And of course, where I was born and bred. I need you to go to ConcertConfessions.com for all your live music, news, and reviews. For fans. By fans. And here's the thing. I understand I'm giving a lot of, I understand that when I say, hey, go to ConcertConfessions.com, join our family, that some of you might say, I don't want to do work, but it's really not work. It's not work at all. You don't have to be me. You don't have to stay up all night and write stuff. Do it when you want. Have fun with it. You mean to tell me that I don't, like, here's the thing. In 2007, everybody I knew wanted to be a writer. Now it's everybody, like, nobody wants to write things anymore. Everyone's so fucking lazy. What happened to this world? What happened to this world? Alright, folks. I mean, there's nothing all I could tell you besides whiskey, weed, and Warren Zevon. Late.
This has been the J Porks Experience. Thank you so much for listening.